I had to remove something that was on the screen that wasn't supposed to be there. But I'm going to start making food tonight because I've actually had a pretty shitty day. I felt very bad and lonely today, and yeah. Why is my mustache like not mirrored perfectly? It's not symmetric, damn it. Anyway, today we are going to make Kapsalon, which is my favorite food to make. And what else to eat tonight on a rather depressing day than to make my favorite food. So with that said, let's start doing the foods. Hopefully show everything as best I can. We are going to start with the fries. So I'm going to get some fries. Let's see, do I have my fries over here? Where did I put my... I think it's in my other freezer, actually. It is in my other freezer. So let's go do that. Let's go to my second freezer. Yeah, here is where I have fries. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing, one major important thing before I open anything. I gotta go wash my hands. It's rather important to have your hands washed nice with soap. Be sure to do that before you make food, especially when making food for other people as well. But you know, even for yourself, you want to properly wash your hands first. There we go. It's all washed. I'm gonna try them over here. Just like that. Okay, good. All clean. Squeaky clean. Okay. So, people who watched my food streams before know that I have this amazing halogen, I don't know how to pronounce it in English, but I have this light oven thing, which I use to make a lot of things. So, that's where I'm gonna put my fries in, which is, let me just put it down. Yeah, it's this thing. That's where I'm gonna put my fries in. So I think I need to turn on the volume a little bit. That's actually the wrong key. Is it the right key? No, I need to put my just a little bit. This. Alright. So what I'm gonna do first is have this plate thing you see. I'm gonna spray it a bit with fries with some olive oil or sunflower oil, whatever. Either of the two will work. I tried opening the fries normally, but it doesn't work. So I'll use a knife for that. And I shall pour in as many fries as I can. Just like that. Fries. I'll show you in a bit how it's going to look. But you know, you will probably use a deep fryer or something like that. You know, it can all depend on what you're making. I'm going to put the rest of the fries back in the freezer. And I'm just going to quickly show you what I'm up to. This is how it looks. And And while it's in there, we're gonna spray it as well with the oil, because this is like an oven similar a little bit to an air fryer, but a little bit different. But you do require to oil it up a bit, otherwise it will not be very crunchy, or not very good. It won't really get brown easily. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it on. Let me just show you. I'm gonna put it on. I don't know. It differs, maybe like 15 minutes, but I just gotta do it on the eye, and I'm gonna put it on 250 degrees Celsius, and I'll just turn that on. So that has been started. So next, what I'm gonna do is start making the meat. Now I do have a nice pack of meat. I do not want to select that. There we go. So I do have some nice shawarma, which is very nice meat, and it's probably too much. I'm probably gonna need an extra freaking plate here, just an extra plate to put the excess meat on. So I'm gonna open it up. Let me actually put this aside, show it to you over here. God damn it, stop opening my damn keyboard. Okay, so over here I have this thingy, however you call it in English. I'm going to open up the meat over here. Let's see, just the opener. There you go. It's about, like, how much is it? Let's see. It is 850 grams of pork shawarma, which I find really tasty. I'm just going to spray a little bit over here, but I don't really need to spray that much because there's a lot of fat on the meat itself. So we're just gonna turn it on, put it on 7, just grab some of the meat. Oh, a bit is still frozen actually, so that's not perfect, but it's not super frozen or anything. I'm probably gonna have to wash my hands after this. But yeah, there's still a big frozen part left of the meat, so I'm just gonna have to kind of crumble it apart, spread it across the plate, because I'm not going to use. Okay, I can just pull it apart for the mostly, but yeah, I don't want to have too much meat, otherwise it won't be able to prepare it properly, because there'll be too much. Half of it will be raw. I think this will be enough meat. Maybe it's still too much. I'm just gonna have to see. Yeah, it might be a little bit too much. I don't know. This will probably do. I'm just gonna wash my hands now. I didn't even need the plate because this time it wasn't that much frozen, so that's good. Just gonna wash my hands right now because it's full of spices. I won't pick up my phone with all those greasy hands either, right? Wash it again. There we go. Dry my hands. Alright, good. So this turn on. Let me show you how that looks. Let me show you. So this is how it looks now. Got all the meat. Here's the extra meat, the excess, but still a decent amount in there, so worth eating for next time. Let's grab a spatula nearby. I have a nice wooden spatula. I won't need it at the moment, but in a bit, when stuff's getting warmed up, I'll probably be using it a lot. Actually, put this one step higher. Next up, I'm gonna have to use my knife here. We're actually gonna be preparing onions, which hopefully I'll be able to show on a decent angle. Let's actually see if I can showcase it a little bit better. It's very hard to fall over, sadly. So it's really hard to get a good angle, but I will be cutting the onions over here. Meanwhile, the meat is being done, the fries are being done. I might have to increase the amount of time the fries are going to be done. But let me just grab the onion. This should probably be good. I got 2 onions, 2 red onions. I love red onions, but you can use any kind of onion or no onions at all if you don't like them. But the great thing about this dish is that whatever you like, you can pretty much put on. And I'm gonna cut the ends of the onion here, just like that. Those ends. I wish I could like show it more properly. Oh, there we go. That's a much better angle, actually. That's a perfect angle. So we're just gonna put these aside. We do still have the main skin, so I'm just gonna have to peel that off the onion. You'll be able to peel off a lot. I hate peeling onions, to be honest. Cutting them isn't a problem, but peeling, geez, that annoys me like crazy. Like, I absolutely hate peeling them. And I'm probably not doing the most efficient way, but yeah. We'll be glad when I have this thing fully peeled. Oh, this is not working out properly. Can also use some water, maybe that'll help. But it's hard to see sometimes which skin is like the layer you have to peel off. So annoying. That's like a very dryish skin that you want to peel off. Yeah, it's not really coming off on this one. I've had better luck in like moments I was cooking off stream. So that kind of sucks. I'm having this annoying onion here. But yeah. I think most of it is off, actually a little bit. Oh, there we go, that's a very big part. There we go. Alright, it's better. This one onion kind of peeled, like a bit in a failing way. This is a bit bigger onion, so hopefully this one will peel easier. Cut the ends off. Comes off a lot of, yeah, that's a lot of the onion skin that comes off, which is great. Yeah, that one was peeled super easily. There's still another layer, which I'm not sure if I want to keep on. But we have a nice. This one is peeled like beautiful. So, how you can cut your onions any way you want, but how I cut them is I first just cut them in half like this. I get 2 halves. Oh, actually, I have some skin left over now. It might be easier to peel. Yeah, so this is like the second dried layer that I have on here, but this goes off pretty easily. This one part left over here. There we go. Perfect. That's perfectly peeled. Probably gonna have to do that with this piece as well. Let that come off. Peel it. Come on. One more piece. There we go, it's perfectly peeled. Okay, so that's gonna be everything I'm just gonna throw away in the garbage right now. So I have some extra space on the cutting board. There we go. Gonna wash all those leftovers. Now quickly I'm just gonna grab my spatula and mix my meat a little bit. Which I can't really show at the moment because that requires me to have multiple hands at the moment. But yeah, I've mixed the meat around a little bit. I'm also gonna put the excess meat back in the fridge with some tinfoil around it to keep it good in the fridge. Alrighty, let's continue with the onions. So what I'm going to do is cut this one in half as well. Like that. Perfect. Now I have all these pieces. So I'm going to grab them sideways and cut them sideways like this to create little rings. Basically, I'm not the best cutter, but what you basically get are these perfect looking onion rings, half rings basically. You can move them apart like that, and you basically get these little C's, which I really like. I mostly just cut them like that. You can cut them up any way you really want. There's some little pieces of this onion as well, which I didn't properly peel, but you get more and more onion, which is good. Onion is delicious in my opinion, but if you don't like it, you don't have to eat it, of course. Because like I said, you can pretty much use any ingredients you want, but this is just my favorite way with the things that I like. Cutting, obviously, lots of onion. Oh, it's a bit of a too big part. I'm gonna have to carefully cut it in half. There we go. Yeah, again, like very nice onion pieces, slices. So that's the onions done. Perfect. And I'll just like that, and pull them apart. Lovely red onions. I just love it. I'm going to eat one little piece. Yeah. A little piece of onion. And that is rather tasty in my opinion. Of course I'm not going to eat a whole onion, but my eyes are starting to hurt a little bit as well. So let me show you the things that are happening right now. Don't mind my eyes, but yeah, so here at the moment, see, I can't really move it around a lot because my thing will move, so I'm going to have to need to hold it, but definitely preparing the food right over here. Got to keep it mixed. And the fries are doing, hard to see, but they definitely need to be in for a bit longer. I'm just going to increase the time a little bit, just so that, so at the moment I still have just one thing to do, which is I'm just gonna try to move this side. Yeah, that'll do. The last thing is gonna be the garlic sauce that I make myself, which I just really like. So I'm just gonna start by actually grabbing the main ingredient. Number one, number two. I think I still have some more over somewhere. Over here. that is what we need. And yes, I purposefully put it in front of the camera like that so you can see. Okay, I'm gonna need a spoon, this, and a little mixer thingy, basically. So, making your own garlic sauce, you will need some good mayonnaise. This is my favorite mayonnaise. It is a Dutch brand mayonnaise. Absolutely love it. And we're just gonna grab a whole load of mayonnaise because we want a whole lot of garlic sauce. It's stuff that we need, so we're just gonna make a whole load. I'm not gonna take everything that I have in here, but definitely a pretty big load. That'll do. So I guess I'll just have to kind of get back in here. There we go. That is great mayonnaise. After that, I'm just going to clean off the mayonnaise because I'm going to use a spoon as well for the garlic sauce later, but having a layer of mayonnaise on it is not what I would want. Okay, we can put the jar of mayonnaise away. We won't need that anymore. I'm gonna mix the meat up a bit again, prevent it from burning. I'm gonna check my fries. We're getting closer and closer to good. I'm gonna add one more minute. Total 4. Okay. Okay, I'll mix this by the way. Okay, so obviously what you want to mix in your mayonnaise is gonna be garlic, because garlic is obviously the main ingredient. Well, apart from the mayonnaise, it's actually fresh garlic powder. I didn't even open it yet, so I'm actually opening it now for the first time. I'm going to put that thing aside, and then we're going to need a whole lot of garlic powder in here. Decent amount. Should probably be enough. But we can always add more. That's amazing about this. There's something, I don't know what the English pronunciation is, but over here it is called dilly. I'm not sure if that's an actual English name, but they're basically these little, yeah, how can I show them? They're these little grassy things, similar to oregano, but yeah, I do put a lot of that in it. Whole lot. And to top it off, I'm gonna put some chili powder in it, just a little bit, just, you know, not as much as the rest, just, you know, tiny bit of chili powder. I'm gonna check my meat again. Just gonna mix it up. Might actually need to spray some more oil over there. It doesn't look like it's very wet or moisty. Oh, hold on. That's like that. That's going to start sticking to the right here. Okay. After that, all I need is to add some water to, like at the moment, just a mix of stuff, powders and mayonnaise. I'm going to add some water from the sink to give it a more watery consistency. I'm gonna start mixing with the mixer by hand. Start a little bit slow at the moment because otherwise all the water will start spurting out, which is not really what you want. Start slow until it becomes a bit more loose, a bit more watery. Then you can start going fast, and there we go. We start getting, oops, spilled a little bit over here, that's not good. Oh well, stuff happens, you do spill. I just wanted to show, but it's not as watery enough yet. I can see how it's still just, hold on, I'm just gonna have to, don't worry, that's not a fire alarm. I'm just gonna have to care for my meat a little bit. That was the fries actually, those are done. And the meat are as good as done. So I'm gonna put the fries in a bit of a lower, yeah. So I didn't oil it up enough, I think. Probably. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. But I'm going to lower it now to about 4. Alright, so to continue with the sauce, I'm going to add some more water because we want to give it a more, well, at least I want to give it a more watery consistency. So that's just, I'm going to add more water. Add more. Faster. Well, it's getting there, but I don't think it's watery enough. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Everyone likes their own consistency, but I do like a bit more watery. Not super watery, but it has to fall down. It has to, like, be somewhat watery. Getting there, but I still want a bit more. I'm just gonna add a bit more water. It takes a few tries. Yeah, that's it. That's the consistency I like. It's pretty much the consistency I like at the moment. I think maybe even a bit more water couldn't be any harm. But yeah, I do have my garlic sauce at the moment, which I can also show you like this. There we go, fresh garlic sauce. Very, very tasty in my opinion. I'm gonna just taste with my finger. Hold on. I might need some more garlic, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think that might do good because I need it a little bit stronger. So just add it as much as you like. And mix it up good. I'm going to taste again. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, so the sauce is done. So you still have tomatoes as well. I'm gonna use mini tomatoes. So what I'm gonna do is mix everything up because everything seems to be about ready. So the assembling becomes will happen now. I'm gonna have to clean this up real quick. I need a little bit more paper. go. Nice and clean. Okay. So what I have is a nice big glass bowl, which is this glass bowl. Okay. What I use is some aluminum foil. Wrap it on top. The aluminum foil will cause it not to stick on the glass, and then you'll, mostly the glass will stay clean, and it will be easier to clean because you won't have to get rid of any sticking residue at the end, so it's very useful. But you don't have to, you just want to eat straight out of the bowl. Also, a reason is, if you will eat straight out of the bowl, then you will have a very hot glass, and if you have it on the aluminum, you can pull the aluminum out, and that will cause you to put it, be able to put it anywhere else, or, Okay. So that's done. We have the aluminum all over the thing. We are going to start with the first thing, and I always like, you can do any order you want, personally, but I prefer to start with the fries at the bottom. So I'm going to grab a glove, a heat glove thingy, make sure not to burn your hands, and I'm going to grab the plate of fries, which is done. I have the fries right over here, they're nice and brown. I'm going to grab a spatula and make sure to spread all the fries. Some of them might stick a little bit. Just spread all the fries on here. I'm going to take the plate away. Alright, so now we have all the fries over here, filled with fries. You have to spread it across a little bit inside the bowl. You can even stomp on it a little bit to have it be more compact for more room. It doesn't really matter if the fries are damaged or anything, but just make sure you have a nice base of fries, just like this. Fries. Okay. And after that, just grab my spatula and check everything. Okay. Make sure not to fall like I almost did. Now I have my meat here, and I'm just gonna pour all the meat over. But you want to be a bit careful they won't fly out of anywhere else. There we go. There's a little bit of meat over the edges. Just like that. And get all the tiny pieces. That should be good. Okay. Gonna grab the spatula again. And the same thing, you kind of want to spread your meat around. So that it becomes, it's a big piece. Gotta check if it's not raw or anything, because it's a pretty big piece over here. Could be some fat in there. Okay, so now we have spread the meat all over on the fries. So you can kind of see where this is going to. Now we're gonna use the onions. Now I prefer making little pieces of my onions, the little ring thingies, C's. I'm just gonna grab all the onions and like I spread them into these small C's and whatnot. Just gonna put them all over, just like that. Spread them. It's a lot of onion I have here because I love onion. I absolutely love it. But if you're not a fan of onion, you don't have to do this. Spread it all out. Make sure it is kind of spread. I actually forgot adding the garlic sauce. Normally that should be before the onions, which I kind of forgot, but I'll do it over the onions. It's not a big deal. The order doesn't matter that much. I just usually do the sauce on the meat and the fries, but sure, we'll just do it the other way around. So right now, we have topped it with red onion. Okay, so normally I do this a step earlier, but since I forgot, I'm gonna add the sauce on top right now. I'm gonna have it pour over the edge because there's no real point in doing it slow unless you want to waste some time. Gonna add it. Nice and saucy. There we go. So we have now poured the sauce over it. So normally it would be on the meat itself, but now it's on the onions as well, which is no problem at all. Last few things that I personally want to add as well is loads of lettuce. Lettuce. You get the deal. Basically put anything on it that you want. So lettuce. Lots of lettuce. There we go, that's a lot of lettuce. So I even have some left, but this lettuce is getting closer and closer to expiration. I'm gonna throw the rest away because I've already used, like it's been sitting in the fridge for a long time. It's still good, but it's not gonna be staying good for much longer, so that's why I'm throwing it away. Other than that, I have some little mini tomatoes here. Now, what I like about these little miniature tomatoes, they're not super fresh, but you know, they're a bit older, but they're still good. Gonna wash them with water though, because you want to do that. But what I like so much, this one actually I might throw away, but most of them are still in good shape. Gonna put them over here. So what I like about them so much, firstly, of course, they stay good very long, like super long. And you don't need to cut them. You can just put them in here. Put them on top. It's fine. Put as many as you see fit. Oh, my spatula almost fell. Which ones do I want to use? That one's good. Like that. One more. There we go. Put that aside. Okay. And we can show you the result. Now we have tons of tomatoes, mini tomatoes. And like I said, you don't have to cut them, which is nice. And in my opinion, they're sweeter than regular tomatoes, which is also good. But your taste may vary. You are also allowed to, you know, slice normal tomatoes and whatnot, and, you know, do anything you want. So, as a finale, if you're a big lover of cheese, like this, I have a lot of cheese here. Nice slices you can just put slices of cheese right on top, which I'm gonna do right like that. And yeah, loaded cheese. Spatula is no longer needed. Gonna put that away. Gonna put the rest of the cheese back in the fridge. And with that, we have finished our masterpiece when it comes to assembly, which is this mega thing. Now, don't make this every day, even though technically when I make this, I have food for 2 days because I don't eat this in a single day. By now, yeah, the metal frame in my oven is cooled down, so I can just use my hand to switch for a lower one to fit this whole thing in. So I'm just gonna show you. Move this away. Can I show it like that? I can kind of show it. I'm just gonna put it in here. Fits in perfectly. And I'm gonna close it. And I'm gonna put it on like 12 minutes on 200 degrees Celsius. And that's how the food is gonna be made. We are making the food. It is going to be done. Anything else you can add, by the way, which what I like is a bottle of hot sauce. It is called sambal over here, which you can add as well while eating, which I will do occasionally. I will eat it with the garlic sauce, and I'll add the hot sauce. It mixes very good. This sauce mixes super good with garlic sauce, so that is what I'm going to be using. And now we just wait. We just wait. There's nothing else to do than to wait. So yeah, we shall do exactly that. And I'm looking at my phone now for other alerts on my phone. People streaming and stuff like that, but yeah. We just gotta wait like 12 minutes before it's done, and then I'll have my food, and people will probably be jealous while watching me eat it. If anyone will watch it. So yeah. We just wait. We wait. With a massive 15 frames per second. Now, I've heard something outside. I don't know, maybe it's just the wind. It's probably just the wind, right? It's probably the wind. Oh well. And that's my neck. Kind of cracking. But yeah, I haven't eaten like anything yet today. I just had a pretty shitty day most of the time. Yeah, just don't feel very well. Most people know I don't feel very well at all lately. So yeah, that's not good. I just avoided social contact today the whole time because I just didn't feel like any social contact at all. And yeah, I'm streaming the food. Sadly, no one really, at least not a lot of people showed up. I don't know, maybe some people showed up, but I didn't see anything in chat, so. Oh well, I know people are busy and I'm just making some food, and maybe someone will be able to pick this up from the shitty tutorial thing. I don't know, maybe someone will start to know how to make it. I don't know, it's freaking easy. You don't really need to watch it again. Like, if you see me watch this and explain it, it'll be pretty much, you'll know it out of the top of your head. I think. That's just how easy it is. It is super, like, it takes some multitasking a little bit because you need to, you know, prepare the fries. You need to prepare the meat. You need to, well, you don't need to, but it's best to make your own garlic sauce. You know, you gotta have your onions chopped, but you could do that beforehand. You could, you know, you could also buy chopped onions, which would save you some time. I already bought pre-chopped lettuce, so if I were to cut my lettuce itself as well, it would take more time. But you know, pre-chopped lettuce, I have no problem with that. Pre-chopped onions, I know, I think small onion blocks would not be good, but I don't remember ever seeing like onion slices pre-chopped in the store. I'm not sure. I don't think I have, but yeah, I just like big onion slices or like those ring thingies. That's fine. So yeah, freaking onions. What else? Yeah, well, you know, it is the better quality you want to make it, the longer it's gonna take. But I think the biggest issue is just, you know, you got your fries, your meat, and then all the separate stuff, you know, to do at the same time. But other than that, having to deal with like doing things at the same time, making sure your food doesn't burn, it's pretty straightforward. You just do it and put it in the oven, and then you just wait till it's done, and that'll be nice. It'll be the best food ever because, well, I mean, it is my favorite food ever, but I mean, I love lots of different food. Don't get me wrong, pizza is great, hamburgers are great, you know, there's so many different kinds of good food. But yeah, I think in general, this is probably my favorite food ever, especially when making it yourself. It's so much better. Like, if you buy it at a good place, people make it like as well, but they do it very fast because, you know, they have those, they have everything ready, chopped and everything, so they just prepare the meat in the oven. Oh, they just have a little lid, they'll put the meat in and put it in the oven, add some fries and slice of cheese and like quickly put the veggies on. But they actually always put the veggies, like they do it out of the, they put, like they add the meat and the fries, then they add the cheese in the oven, and only after taking it out of the oven they will start adding the vegetables. Which you could do, because the vegetables stay, you know, I guess room temperature, maybe look a bit more fresh, but I personally like to cover everything with cheese and just put it in the oven. Like, I don't care that my vegetables are being warm there, because it's like, I don't know, I think it feels weird to have like cold or room temperature vegetables with warm other stuff. So, you know, I just prefer having everything warm. But, you know, each to his own. You know, maybe you'll want to do it in a different way. The way to prepare it doesn't matter that much, but it's just the combination of ingredients you have here. You know, instead of shawarma, you can also use kebab meat. You can use any meat you really want, but I think shawarma and kebab are just such a good combination with fries, and to just sell it here regularly as Kapsalon. Meanwhile, I can hear the mini tomatoes burst open in the oven because, you know, eventually they get pretty hot and they just burst open. I can hear them pop like. That's fine. I really dig the mini tomatoes. I just think they're sweeter, especially when warm. They're nice and sweet, and you know, you don't have to cut them. They're easy to eat. You know, the only downside really is that you have to watch out at the beginning to not put one in your mouth, because they're gonna be steaming hot inside. So you're gonna want to wait a bit till they cool off after a few moments. But after that, yeah, they're, you know, very tasty in my opinion. One of my favorite parts. I love the end, but just the whole thing is great. And I don't know I don't know what else I could add to the food to make it better, because lettuce, onions, fries, meat, sauce, it's all there. I don't know. I don't think there's really anything I could add to it. Stuff like pickles, I don't know, I wouldn't add that, but yeah, I think for me, this is just fine. I don't need to add anything. I don't need to remove anything. This is just perfect. So yeah. That's great. So yeah, now we're still waiting. Is there anything else? I mean, could talk about the sauce. Like, you can buy garlic sauce just outside the shop, but I don't think any garlic sauce that you can buy is as good as the ones I make myself. But that's using the mayonnaise over here, so I don't know how different mayonnaise is like in other places, like in the US. I know people in America really find it weird that we eat so much stuff with mayonnaise. We eat our fries with mayonnaise. We also eat it with ketchup. But often mayonnaise and ketchup both, or one or the other, or even peanut sauce is great. But yeah, we are a big fan of mayonnaise, especially me personally. I just love it, but maybe American mayonnaise would not taste good to me. I don't know, but this specific, like, I like mayonnaise in general, but this specific brand that I'm using, that's my favorite brand ever of mayonnaise, unless someone will give me a better one, but this is the one I just love the most. It is absolutely amazing, and yeah, it's perfect for making garlic sauce, in my opinion. It is just that great. I should not forget grabbing a freaking fork when I start eating, because that is very important. Having a fork, otherwise you can't really eat. One time I ate a Kapsalon. I ordered one, and I assumed I could eat inside, but they were apparently about to close, and I was headed to, like, the pub, and they gave it to me, like, to take home, but there was no plastic fork in there. I was like, I can't take this to the pub, because they won't like it if you bring food to the pub, it's not nice. So I had to eat it outside. I was too far to go back home. So I just had to go sit on a bench somewhere and just eat it with my damn hands. Which sucked, but yeah, I had no other choice. That's a fun story about this when I bought it somewhere freshly made. Yeah. Actually remember the first time getting this food, knowing about this food. I was actually ordering food with a friend. He actually bought this, and I had no interest at it at all. I just wanted the kebab on bread, like the pizza rolls. He had that Kapsalon, and I was like, okay. And then I think just one time I just decided to randomly order that. Oh, that's the food done. And when I did order it, it was just so tasty, and my mother loved it as well. And then she started making it herself, and that caused me to learn it. And I mean, she just, I think, looked it up online, and I learned it from her, and that's pretty much how it went. And, oh, that looks so good. It smells so good as well. Let me show you guys how this beautiful stuff looks. There it is, all perfectly done. Perfect. See, the tomatoes are now popping out of the cheese, but that is totally fine by me. Gonna need a big plate though. I'm actually got myself a pretty small plate. I'm just gonna grab a big one. This one will do. Nice big plate. So now all I really gotta do is be careful to not let this fall, because this gets heavy. This stuff gets very heavy, but if you just grab it by the foil, the aluminum foil that I have here, make sure not to have it all shredded or ripped. Make sure you can just fold it out a bit. You'll be able to grab it by about two corners, and there we go. Oh, amazing! And then this will just be staying here to cool off all the metal and stuff and whatnot. I'm gonna grab a nice fork. I'm gonna grab the plate. I'm gonna grab this first because it's pretty big. I'll be back for the phone in a moment. I'm also gonna quickly grab a glass of water because you might want something to drink with this. So my choice will be water in that manner. Because I do not have anything else to drink, which I'm totally okay with. Now I have my phone. Let me just bring everything to the place of eatings. Alright. The place of eatings is over here. How am I going to show you guys this? I'm going to have to show you the result properly before I eat it. So here's the result. It looks absolutely beautiful. This is a fork. You can see it is pretty big. It's pretty heavy. It weighs about more than a kilogram, I think. There's a glass of water compared to next to it. So yeah, it is pretty big and nice looking. Like layer upon layer of goodness in here. It's nice and hot. It is topped with cheese. I'm gonna see if I can properly display myself eating it so that you can see it. It's gonna need a bit higher actually. God damn it! Can I put it on a thing? Is this gonna work? I'm gonna have to put gonna have to make it aim down. But that's not high enough. I'm gonna need some kind of book or whatever to put the phone on. So let me quickly turn off the sink that's kind of dripping. Alright, I'm just gonna put it on a thing. That might work. That's not as great actually, but it might do enough. I don't know. It's a little bit annoying. It is rather annoying to get the proper thing here. It aims too much up. Can I change anything? Like this will be perfect. But I can't really do anything to make it aim that high up. I need maybe this. This sucks. I really cannot get it anymore like that. Boo. Okay, what if I just gotta stack some things creatively guess all I gotta do is stack some things. What if I do this? Ooh, almost perfect. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so here we have the food. Oh, it's not perfectly on display, but oh, is it good? Hopefully it'll not make my phone fall over. It's like very unstable at the moment, but yeah, here we do have the lovely food. We have the cheeses. Look at this cheesiness. So good. See the warmth coming off. I'll blow it. Mm-hmm. Now that is only lettuce, cheese, and some onion. Because the meat and the fries is deeper down. So you actually gotta like dig it up a little bit. But this is amazing. And the frame rate decides to be even lower than normal. But yeah, this is just great. Absolutely lovely. Mm-hmm. No. I'm gonna check the ends here. Because the cheese is a little bit stuck to the foil. Now you don't want to eat any foil that might be sticking to your cheese, so watch out for that. Like this, for example. It's like cheese and foil mixed together, which is not good. You don't want to eat that. So you want to put that separately. So I'll mostly look out not to have the cheese touch the foil, but sometimes you just cannot prevent it from happening. But you can kind of try pulling it off, hoping that you will separate it. Which works, kind of. Other side also has a little bit of the cheese stuck to the tin foil. Make sure to separate it properly. There we go. Don't want to be eating any tin foil, not, you know, just watch out with that. Yeah, just amazing. Mm-hmm. Sadly, rarely in the meat there might be some hard pieces of meat that aren't really chewable. But most of the times it's just perfect. I can already feel there's a little tomato in there because of how hot it was inside. I didn't burn myself, but it was definitely very warm in that tomato. I mostly just eat the cheese off the top. Oh hey, Slayer dude, welcome man. Gonna take a sip of water. I'm feeling pretty sad today, so I made my favorite food to cheer myself up. And add some hot sauce. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Just had another conversation that was like, oh, well, not even that. It was from the beginning I felt pretty shit today. Mostly kind of avoided social contact today. Mm-hmm. I'll give you a quick show of how my food looks right now. I've eaten through it a little bit. A little hole has appeared where I'm eating and devouring the food. So that is slowly happening. I've only slept 3 hours. That's not good, man. I feel sorry for you. Hopefully you'll be able to sleep more tonight. It tastes absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, you're actually the first person to say something in chat during this stream. I'm streaming for about an hour now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots of bad shit happening. I can understand the pessimism there. There's moments where everything just seems to be coming to shit. And I don't really have great memories of my childhood either. Not even today's life, I don't feel really super happy or anything. I don't know. But at least good food kind of makes me happy. It is one of those moments where I'm like, huh, at least I have food on my table, at least I can make super tasty food and enjoy that. Yeah, that is understandable. I'm not even sure if I can already call my... Actually, I actually don't want to talk about it, but... No. It's just... It's hard to stay positive sometimes. Mm. Add some more of this loveliness. Yeah, I'm happy that I have a decent community with people that do care about me. Wonder what I'll play tonight. If I'll play anything at all tonight. Well, we care about you too, Slayer dude. Don't forget that we all care about each other, so on the Discord, people also care about you. Man, I'm already starting to feel a little bit full. Ah, family, yeah. I can relate. Currently, I don't have any family at all near me. I haven't physically been near family for months. Yeah, my mom cares about me as well. But sadly, she's not near me at the moment, and she has more important things to take care of now. Oh man, this food is absolutely great. It is so great. Yeah, I don't really have any contact with my brother anymore either. At the moment, I'd rather not have any contact with him, sadly. Huh. I can never understand workaholics. Well, I'm happy you found a community to attach yourself to. He's his own boss. Wow. I wish I was. Heck, streaming isn't even my job, and streaming even tires me out sometimes. It was very hard to find you guys playing the same game, same interest. But you did. And that's good. Yeah, work sucks. Yeah, because companies are way too fucking ignorant. They're like, oh, this person has autism, and they immediately get like a bad feeling of hiring you. It's like, oh, maybe we should get a normal person. It's like, dude, do you know how many positive things autism can bring as well? If you want to keep, you can hire people with autism easily for lots of creative things, or like uh, ordering stuff, keeping things tidy a lot of times. They're really good with certain things. Like, every person has its own strengths and weaknesses, and people with autism do have certain strengths that can be so useful in the work industry. Yeah, it's just too chaotic of a mess. For me, it's very hard as well. I wouldn't be surprised if I turned out to have autism as well. I never got tested for autism, but I could easily have it. One of the reasons that I also think I might have autism is because pretty much all my friends have autism. Like, I only befriend people with autism, it seems. Lucky that they discovered autism before the new law. Would have been screwed. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I would not be surprised if I had it. I pretty much just assume that I have it. It's just never officially stated. Man, I'm starting to feel super full. There's only a little bit left that I'm gonna eat. I don't have to work at all. When you mean it's shitty and you definitely don't feel rich. Hope I can avoid. I mean, I do have like a little bit of work, but I can't physically work a lot because my body just gives up. There's only so much work I can do physically in a week, and then I'll just be done. I'll be too tired. Well, not really inside my head necessarily. Well, a little bit as well. But mostly is all just my body, especially my legs and my feet, just hurting so much. Especially my feet, but just my whole body just feels exhausted, and I just need to rest for at least one day, maybe even 2 days, or even more. No, I wouldn't be surprised if I had a lot of the same things, I don't know. I know I suffer from dyspraxia, but there's probably plenty of things that that I don't know about. Mm. Oh man, this is so good. It's like that food. You're feeling full, but you still want to eat more. He was working at a two-switch. Tired in the first 2 days. Couldn't think straight anymore. Was tired as hell. My legs felt like I didn't want to walk. Yeah, exactly. For me as well. 2 days, and it's like I just can't. One time I had to work a third day, and I just felt like crying because I just couldn't. I was just too exhausted. Wow, let's take a few more bites. Mm. I don't know. We might have a lot of similarities, man. Mm. Yep. I get very emotional for having to work more than that. I get very depressed inside. Man, I'm full. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, that's how I think as well sometimes. I'm like, how can people work 5 days a week? There's people who work 7 days a week. How do people do that? I can barely manage two. It's like after two, I'm done. People are crazy. It's like you need to keep your house clean. You need to sleep. You need to have some free time. It's like with all that stuff, it's just not possible. It's just I don't have enough time to just stay stable. Oh man, let's show the food. Look, I've probably eaten like just about 3/4, maybe just 2/3. Still have like a lot left. So what I can do with that leftover is basically just, just wrap it up in the foil like a pancake, or whatever you want to call it, and just close it. There we go, it's nice and closed. If you ever heard that part from Far Cry 3 about, I've told you the definition of insanity. Oh yeah. That is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting things to change. And those are wise words. Because I do believe in them. Yeah. Probably, yeah. I'm gonna... Coming home, having dinner, watching TV, maybe a movie, yeah. Yep. It's like they have no life. People say you don't have a life if you don't have a job. It's like, oh, get a job. It's like, dude, working every single day, doing the same fucking routine every single day, that's fucked up. That's modern slavery, dude. In my opinion, that is modern slavery. Because what, if you don't have a job, if you don't work, what are you gonna get? You're gonna have nothing. That's fucked up. And if you have body issues, like you and me, where we have mental and physical problems that don't let us work properly, yeah, we're gonna get screwed over. We're not gonna have a normal, easy life. So yeah, but at least if I have more time for the things that I do like to do, I will be able to stay sane. That is currently what I'm trying to do. I sadly minimize the amount of work that I do, because otherwise I'll be even more depressed. Yeah. I'm gonna have to play something on stream in a moment. Sometimes I'm one of those typical people. Nuts with it. Yeah. I actually know a good song that talks about that, about their 9 to 5 working like zombies. They're zombies. That's what they are. They're just zombies. Wake up, go to work, waste your life there on work, waste your fucking time so you can get money, so you can go home, clean your home, do the dishes, make food, and maybe have 1 hour of time left for yourself. And tire yourself out. Yep, I would go crazy as well. That's why I once, like that was over a year ago, I worked for about 2 weeks straight, 5 days a week. And I had to wake up every morning. And I just felt hypnotized. I woke up with music from the radio stuck in my head. Hold on, I'm just gonna go upstairs. But I woke up with music from the radio stuck in my head. And I felt like a zombie. I genuinely did feel like a zombie when I woke up. Because I had to go to work again. That routine, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks. Just had to work actively for 5 days a week. Maybe even more, I don't know. I felt like a total zombie. It was absolutely terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Yeah, and you know what else? People are like, well, if we work, we have a lot of money. Well, so what, you have a lot of money? What are you gonna do with that money if you have no time to spend that money on? It's like it's freezing. I hope you can still hear me, but well, it's my phone. It's about to die. I'm gonna switch over to my PC right now, so everything will be good. Give me one short moment. I'm just gonna switch to my PC. We'll continue talking about this and play some games.